All right, so let's see. So I was gone for a couple of days, which I really enjoyed. I spoke about this in the video. I was, spending some time with a family that I feel fairly comfortable with. Not as comfortable as I used to when I was a kid. I kind of still like stare at the floor and, just kind of like replying, yeah, like just it's more of just shy, there. But I need to get better at that. But but I'm back now. It was a good time being out over there. Felt pretty good. Um, I enjoyed being out over there, and it's really annoying. I don't know, like let me think. I'm on day 3, 4, I think, of taking sensorial, which I don't feel anything yet. It feels still like pretty mundane. But I feel good at least, like I don't really feel too bad. Again, I'm just kind of like, this is last ditch effort, um, but for the most part, I feel pretty good. I like something just happened actually. I think I'll just get to it. I deleted Instagram many weeks ago, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, because I didn't like using Instagram. Right, I didn't like using it, and I felt kind of bad about it because sometimes my friends, well, actually, a lot of the times they would send me a lot of messages. My old friends, right? I talked about this for many years ago. I've known them since I was a kid, and I deleted my account. Not deleted, but I removed Instagram from my phone, and I come back out of curiosity just to kind of like check up on the mail, so called, and I realized that in every single group chat, and my account was set public even though it was private, and the posts were made public. This individual, I really, I have no idea, because my theory is that it's just an automated thing. Like if there's a breach, some hackers in Somalia or whatever, India would just be like, go to this place, and they just like sent, all at once, made my account public with one post, which is this post, and then like every single, like every single account that I've ever messaged before was all like a one of those crypto scam things. It was like, go to this crypto scam for money, and it was like it was very annoying, I guess. I don't know, but I'm such an overthinker. I'm such an overthinker that I have no idea. I have fucking no idea if it's like a bug, and maybe something else got sent out. I don't have anything nasty on my phone. I'm not like that. I don't have any dick pics or anything like that. But I'm just like, it's just like the small possibility of like what if, it is in that picture, and it's like a picture of my face, and that's even fucking worse, bro. Oh my god, you know, or something like that. And then now I'm like ultra paranoid or whatever. But it's besides the point. Um, yeah, but it was really weird because like I haven't spoken to a lot of these guys in years, bro, in years. Like one of my old friends. I'll just call him D. One of my friends, D. I've known since elementary school. Like we were good friends growing up. I haven't spoken to this guy since like 2021. Like he still asks about me. He's still, he's like, what is, I, the person who contacts me the most is my friend Anthony. And my friend Anthony, he'll like kind of relay what everybody asks. He's like, where have you been? Like, why don't you play? But like that question's been asked already like hundreds of times, so they kind of get bored of it or whatever. But I don't play with them. I don't play games really in general or whatever. But I was, I don't know, like that shit's really annoying, dude. These fucking like I have such a bad history with these like fucking third worlders, bro. Like I remember when I was, the first time I ever got really hacked was when I was in, the first time I got hacked, I was in like, I was like this is like the pandemic, I think, era. And I remember I had a PS4 account that I had such a good username. It was such a good username. It was like an insanely good username. And I had that PS4 account since like 2014 or something. And you know, it was a good PS4 account. And one day while I didn't play for like a month, right? I didn't play for a month, and then I come back and I can't sign into my account. My email's changed, and some fucking dirty ass, I shouldn't be mean, but like some third world Indian or whatever, some like anime person took my account and started like putting anime girl profile pictures and all these weird cringy posts in some third world language I don't fucking know, you know. And that shit was like really annoying, bro. And I lost that account. I got it back for a couple of months, like 2 to 3 months, and then they took it back. And the funny thing about it, it was out of spite because they never used it again. They were so angry that I actually got it back that they literally just took it back, changed all the information on it, and just never used it again. Because I remember when I got back into the account, like a bunch of new accounts were added, and a bunch of new games were added and all that stuff. So because I took that account, that fiery username, which was mine originally, they were like, all right, fuck this kid, we're just not going to use it. So it's like the entire account went to waste. So I haven't used that account in like 6 years. And then what do you call it? That was like 6 years ago now, pretty much. But then I guess this isn't the last time, you know. Just like these crypto, like I'm not trying to be that guy, but that's one of the reasons why I don't like social media, because it's tied to your social, you know. It's like the social credit score. People talk shit about China, how it's like, oh my god, it's so dystopian. They have bitch, that's social media. That's literally social media, bro. We have the same exact thing, except it's not like a government incentive to be nice. Like here, it's like a social incentive to be entertaining or mean or to fall into a specific niche that's growing or something, you know. So it's the same fucking thing. But the weird thing about it, like I said, is I haven't spoken to these guys in years. I mean, like 4+ years. And out of nowhere, like they just get a crypto scam that's like, go to this, you know, link and, you know, follow these steps and you get money, you know. And now I have to like go back and be like, oh guys, that was not me, you know, and kind of have to like laugh it off, because now it's like what the, how'd you, because this is the weird thing about it. I looked at I looked at my information, right? I looked at my email and I looked at my phone number. It hasn't changed. So that makes me think maybe it was a bug, but I've never been into the crypto NFT crap, Elon Musk weird shit. So I've never been affiliated with that stuff, and I've never taken a picture of that stuff. So why would it even be in my camera roll? That's what I'm saying. Because if it was a bug, let's say hypothetically, there was a bug that just like just took something from your camera roll and just, that doesn't explain why my account went public and why it was posted there. It doesn't explain anything. But nothing changed in my like contact shit. So like somebody just got into it and just like, you know, boom, post some crap there. So now, because I came back, I felt like I had to kind of interact. So I like asked some of my, it's really early in the morning, it's like 8 in the morning, but I went to go ask a couple of my a couple of the people that responded and stuff, and I was like, yeah, it's not me, it's somebody took the account for a second. I don't even use this account, I'm barely finding out right now, you know. And but it, you know, it feels kind of good that these people are kind of like they're still asking about me, I guess, you know. They're still here asking about me, trying to get like more information or whatever. But like I explained, it's my fault. It's my fault. Like, I'm too humiliated. But that's what I need. I need to get back into contact with my friends. But one, I don't play games anymore, and two, I'm scared that it's not going to be the same fire that it used to be. I'm scared that when I play with them, it's not going to be the same like oomph. We're not going to be laughing like we used to. We're not going to be smiling, enjoying our time like we used to. And I feel like more I'm just remembered by a faint memory of what once was, if that makes sense. And it's embarrassing because like an example of it is like I haven't spoken to one of these guys in like 4 or 5 years, right? It's been completely shut off quiet, right? Check this out. And I stopped speaking to this guy because he was a really good friend, really great friend, but it's purely on my end. Like a few years ago, when I say a few, I mean like 5 years ago, like 4 or 5 years, like back in 2022, when I was 18, I basically like trauma dumped everything onto one of my friends, and because of that, I ended up just being super like because you don't trauma dump out of like logic, you do it out of pure emotion. So of course I regretted it. I knew I was going to regret it, but it's one of those things you can't control. So I kind of like trauma dumped and told him like every sad shit about my life, and he was really supportive. He was like, "Listen, man, I hope everything like you gotta like do this." Like he was very angry at my family and shit. He was like, you don't listen to your parent, like just like get out of the house. And I was like, I can't because my mom would get angry. He's like, dude, you just need to get out of the house. Because I told him I had social anxiety, and he was like, listen, man, like what your mom's doing to you, it's fucking messed up. Like that she's putting all this pressure on you and yada yada yada. You got to get out of that house. You got to leave that house. You got to stop like being such a like a mama's boy. And that shit's whack, bro. But like he was right, and I knew he was right, because it's like, again, it's not just like a me versus my mom thing. It's like a me versus myself thing too. Like I remember like in my life there have been a handful of times where I've wanted to go outside, to just force myself, and it's usually just out of like sheer misery of being in the same spot and not being able to socialize. And what usually happens, right? Check this out. What usually happens, and I remember I remember to this day, one of the days I went outside was like the day that Hamas attacked Israel or whatever. It was like around the same time. I think it was the same day or the day before or whatever. So that same day, right? I remember I went walking around my neighborhood and I looked like shit. Maybe it's just my brain playing games, but I looked like shit. I was dirty, I was greasy, and I felt like I didn't belong. I felt like I didn't belong in being around people or whatever. So I usually like I and it invoked so much stress in me. I know it's delusional, but it did invoke a lot of stress that I wasn't able to like maybe if I stuck with it for a couple of months or something, it would faintly like just kind of like disperse, but it didn't. It never did. But again, that's probably like even when I got a job, it didn't go away. It kind of like lessened, but it was still pretty persistent. But yeah, it's I trauma dumped on my old friend, and it was really sad. It was like seeing one of your friends fall into drugs or something. Like it's a slow decline towards that thing, just slow decline. And he was like really trying to like help me out. Real great guy. He was like, dude, let's link up. Let's like you could come hang out with me and shit. Like you could come like, what's your address? I'll come pick you up. And I was like, no, don't worry about it, man. I can't do anything about it. And lo and behold, 4 years later, I'm still in the same spot. Nothing has gotten any better. It's only gotten worse, significantly worse. But yeah, it's quite the interesting thing, I think. And I don't know really what to say about it. It's just kind of the way it is. So what do you call it? I was trying to post more positive things to him. I was like, hey, I got my driver's license. I'm going to college now. But in reality, it was like I knew it was a ruse. It was like a facade. It wasn't. It was a real thing. I got my license and I went to college, but it was like I was still very miserable. Still, very like shy, just looking at the floor and not very confident. And I initially stopped talking to my friends because of that, because I kind of trauma dumped on them, too humiliated to go back. But anyway, it was all right. It's good that I still have, I should keep the Instagram account now, just in case some more bullshit goes around, because that's really annoying. That's really, really, really annoying. But yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing pretty good. Just kind of been hanging out, chilling. Just kind of enjoying the little time I got. I want to try to get a job again before school starts. School like August, September or something. And that's not really something I want. That's something I want to do. But God only knows though. So I guess that's it. I don't know. I don't really know what more to say. I might make another video later today. I just wanted to kind of rant. But same thing as always. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.